So here we are outside of Meijer, and I have a Shipt shop for 8 items and then a double Instacart shop with 38 items total. How I do Shipt and Instacart at the same time is I switch between the apps, but before I go into the store, I really scout out what items there are. So I checked ahead, and there's really no produce items at all for either order except for potatoes. And then I know that there's bakery items for both. So I make sure and check when I go to each section that I got the items for each app, because I don't want to have to go back. Well, I am shocked, but 50 minutes later, we have it all. Very few substitutions, and I don't think there was a single refund. I will say, if I'm doing a triple order in the future this big, I'm not going to use a mini cart. I thought that having the 3 different segments would help me organize it, but is this organized whatsoever? Nope. This is how I organize my car for 3 shops. I have my Shipt shop right there, and then I separate it with these because I know that these aren't going to slide around too much because they're heavy, and then my big Instacart order here. So I've got my small Instacart shop right here. You know that organization I talked about? Well, yeah, it's all gone. It's okay, I'll just have to sort through things. Shipt delivery done, Instacart deliveries, here we go. That was actually not too hard organizing stuff because I had looked at my list so many times. I had memorized who ordered what pretty much. So I guess we'll find out when I get a review if I got anything wrong. That was probably one of the most terrifying deliveries I've ever done, and it's not even dark outside. Basically, I start going up these windy, creaky stairs, and the junk around me just starts getting weirder and weirder. And there's no apartment number 1, which is where I was supposed to leave it. So I brought it back down, cat litter included, and I'm leaving it at the front door, and it looks like they're getting it now. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I went through all of that just because someone wouldn't let me leave it at the front door. She found it right away. Anyways, let's move on to our next delivery, which is not an apartment. So you know how I said I didn't want to do a delivery at another apartment? It wasn't an apartment, it was a hotel. I did the delivery, and now we're on to the next one. It's currently 6:15, and I have 3 more deliveries to make by 7 p.m. Luckily, the next 2 are at Best Buy, and the other one is at Party City. I'm a little concerned about Party City and its speediness. Can you tell by how fast I'm talking that I'm in a rush? Then Best Buy, hopefully they're fast. Normally they are, as long as they have plenty of workers. They are delivery only, so I don't actually have to shop. Let's go do those deliveries. I'm so eager to see how much I make from Shipt versus Instacart because I've never done this many Shipt orders in this short amount of time. Getting those things back there was quite the experience. I have to deliver them because it is 6:37 and my whole plan of being on time is kind of going out the window. But let's go to Party City and get the last items. So evidently a microwave and a vacuum and cat litter and soda was not enough because we've got balloons. I've never delivered balloons before. This is interesting. Hopefully they survive because that would be really sad. It's for a kid's birthday party. So let's get this delivered. Hopefully the kid's birthday party does not start at 7 because it's going to be like 7:10 by the time I get there. I'm going to open up my app now just to see if I've gotten any tips or anything. The thing with Shipt is you have to wait for tips to come through. I one time delivered an item 2 days before Christmas, and then 2 weeks into January, I got a $28 tip. I was so shocked. I was like, are we waiting for the new year 2 weeks late, or did we just get paid for the month? So I'm looking at my order history. Here it says 5 orders, and let's see. The very first order, that was just the Meijer one. That paid $8.70. Has yet to tip. But then the next one was $8.37. That was for those groceries at Meijer that I did with that double Instacart batch. The next one was $9.66. So this was for the microwave, I believe. And then $12.27 was for the balloons. That has a $3 tip. Okay, so that was the very nice lady. And to be honest, I kind of expected her to tip more. $3 is fine. So I made $12.27 off that, and then $11.46 on the last one I just dropped off, which was the vacuum cleaner. Let's hop over to Instacart and see how today went as far as, okay. So I made the $44.95. Now this is always the moment of truth. When you see which person tipped more. Was it the person with the huge order that I delivered to that apartment, or was it a person with a smaller order? Interesting. So the first person tipped $28.26, and then the next person tipped $3. Yes, that $3 person would be the one that I did the sketchiest delivery ever to. So honestly, probably not worth the $3 tip, but I had no idea. When you take a double batch like that, you don't know who's paying what and you can't separate it out. So that's $86.71. Now, I started shopping at about 4 hours ago and a little bit. So if we divide that by 4, that works out to over $20 an hour. Okay, you know what? I've done better than this. I definitely could have taken a huge Instacart order, but I just haven't been getting those recently. I will say, if you're shopping and you get stressed, don't worry. Everyone gets stressed, even when it seems like I shouldn't be stressed right now. All I'm doing is delivering food. I'm gonna do a tutorial on SHIPT just because if you live in an area where people are good at tipping, then SHIPT is incredible. But for me, I think I'm going to stick with Instacart. I don't know. So let's talk about Best Buy for a second, because I've done some orders for them that were honestly great. They were super smooth, really easy. But today, I go in, they tell me, oh, your order's already been picked up according to our system. And I say, there's no way. I was the only shopper assigned to this order, and I drove all the way over here for it. So then I call SHIPT, and SHIPT says, oh, Best Buy's wrong. Tell them again. And I was like, okay. So we go back and forth for a little bit, and then Best Buy says, oh, wait, you're supposed to go to the back of the building. I was like, the back of the building? I've never been to the back of the building before. Okay. So I drive around to the back of the building and ring the doorbell, and no one comes. No one comes. No one comes. I'm waiting out in the rain. Then this guy walks up, says, oh, are you looking for the back door to Best Buy? I was like, yes. He's like, oh, it's over on the side of the building. I was like, oh, perfect. Yeah, that's what I thought. The back door was on the side of the building. Okay. So then I go through that door and I come into this warehouse. I felt like I was not supposed to be in there. It was just so strange. And I interacted with some interesting workers. I will say the guy who helped me carry the vacuum to the car, so kind. I really appreciate that, because they had told me that I didn't need to pull up to the door, and then I had to carry a microwave and a vacuum. Anyways, I got the stuff into the car. It was fine, but the whole warehouse experience was quite strange. But for the future, if you do SHIPT and you have a pickup at Best Buy, go around to the side or back of the building. If you're in a creepy spot, you're probably in the right spot. So I hope you guys learned from my mistakes today. And if you're thinking, wow, you really didn't earn that much, some days are better than others, and perhaps I'll get more in tips. I'm not really sure. Not yet, but maybe soon. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Happy hustling until I see you next time. Bye, guys. I just have to pop in because I got a notification that my first SHIPT delivery, which was at the hotel, the order total was $70 or $80, I want to say. They tipped me $22. So that means I made over $100 today, which if you divide that out, that's over $25 an hour. So honestly, thank you so much for that great tip. So I did end up making more.